Here are some common things you've probably heard about lifting belts. Lifting belts can protect your spine. Lifting belts help you lift more weight. Lifting belts are a crutch that won't let you properly work your core and bracing. None of these things are true, at least not in all cases. Let's go over them one by one. The first claim is that lifting belts protect your spine. This is the most overrated claim about belts of the three I mentioned. I'll link to studies backing up all of my points below. The entire argument behind belts protecting your spine is the idea that the intra-abdominal pressure will take force off your spine. But this isn't actually true. The increase in intra-abdominal pressure actually leads to higher forces on the spine. On top of that, no study investigating belts and injuries has found that they reduce the injury rate. The only results have shown no effect. I find the main benefit of belts is that the feeling of increased bracing and/or security helps people mentally feel safer. Not that it's impossible that wouldn't help prevent injury, as there is a mental aspect to pain, but overall there's no direct evidence belts will protect your spine, only that they don't make a difference, and we shouldn't make the leap into assuming this mechanism will work out. Second claim, lifting belts will help you lift more weight. In most cases, this is true. That's why I wear them on all my squats and deadlifts. But you can see a number of elite lifters who are stronger beltless, particularly on deadlifts, a much higher rate than you would see in general powerlifters. But it's not due to top-level lifters being different, more just how commonly held the belief is among general lifters that belts are always going to help you lift more weight, with few to no exceptions. I've seen it with my own clients. Many can benefit from going beltless, and they aren't at an elite level. You'll see it more commonly in elite lifters who are more likely to get into more nuanced technique variables. The reason this technique works for them tends to do with positioning. I'll link below to a good video by Nick Manders on this topic. Some of the people who aren't getting good benefits from a belt, strength-wise, may just have them too tight, too loose, or in the wrong position. Don't be afraid to experiment with these. You'll also see some people use a belt on bench to help the bracing, to help them lift more, similarly to the effect you can get on squats and deadlifts. But it's a lot more common for belts to actually hinder you on this lift of the three. It can help your bracing, but at the same time impact your arch. The trade-off may or may not be worth it for some people. Lastly, belts will act like a crutch and not let you brace or work your core muscles properly. By overrated here, I mean people are overrating how powerful belts are. I assume most people who watch my channel will already know that the core muscles thing is a myth. If anything, their activity is increased when you're wearing a belt. I'll link to studies below on that. But more people do still believe that you need to practice your bracing without a belt. It really doesn't make any sense. There's no reason you couldn't just practice the same bracing with a belt. If anything, a belt will help you to brace better, as it provides a resistance to work against. It's just like how you can contract a muscle harder when you're lifting a weight versus just trying to flex it in the air. So when people don't use a belt to practice bracing, it's pretty useless. You can get the same bracing effects while you're actually wearing a belt. The techniques are not different. If wearing a belt makes you not practice your bracing, the issue is with you not consciously doing it, not the belt itself. That doesn't mean that beltless work is useless though. In fact, it can be very useful for load management if we're one of the people who is stronger with a belt, of course. It can also be a good way to make the lift harder if we don't have enough weight available, like me in my shoddy home gym during quarantine. So that's basically it. Belts don't necessarily make you stronger, they don't protect your spine, and they don't harm your bracing or core muscles. I hope this video challenged some of your preconceived notions about belts, and maybe even convinced you to give beltless lifting a try to see if you're stronger. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and once again, thanks for watching.